Hey everyone, so my last update, it's hard to believe, was before COVID and in early February. So that was sitting at 3 months post tibial tubercle osteotomy and 2 different spots where I had OATS done, and there's been a lot that's happened, and so I have not updated because I've not been in a great place. 3 months out, I was having a lot of back and forth days. Some days were great, some days weren't. And so I was trying to space out how much I really updated people on my progress. I will say month 4 went really well. I was able to get on my light speed lift, get some jogging done. Of course, that's assisted with having weight taken off of your body. So I was at obviously the max amount of weight being lifted, which I think we figured out was like 55 pounds. If you've not heard of light speed lift, by the way, Google it. It's amazing. So was making some really good progress. It was sitting around the end of month 4, and PT and myself, we really had a goal of 1 month later, hopefully being on the road, being able to jog, walk, jog, whatever the case may be. That was kind of our goal at that point. So 4 weeks out. And then late one night, couldn't sleep. So I went downstairs and went into the living room with the lights out. And unfortunately, we had moved furniture recently, and I went to kneel down on the furniture, and instead of hitting the couch like I thought I would with my knees, I actually continued falling and went straight down to our stone clay tile. And so I ended up falling on my kneecaps and did not even brace myself because, again, it was in the dark and I thought I was going for the couch. And so that fall was a major setback. It was pretty discouraging. I had bone bruises on both my patellas, and it was rough. So, I didn't post partly because I was not happy with where I was, and the other part was, my journey is not accurate compared to anyone else's because of this now accident. So, I will say we had hoped I was on track to actually start jogging, walk, jog, at the end of the 5-month, 6-month mark. And it did not work out that way. And so I was able to get in a marathon swim. It was awesome. 2, actually. And a little pain with the knees on that, but not too much because you don't kick a ton when you're swimming that far, or I don't. So month 6 or 7, I start trying to push a little bit more through some of that pain and get to month, let's see, we're going to say month 8. Month 8, I am starting to get back to where I was. Like, I'm cycling now on my trainer and able to put in some resistance, not a ton. Very excited about that. I am consistently jogging on the light speed lift, alternating and bringing down the level of weight that I'm taking off. And around, I would say, the end of month 8, we were really close to me being able to walk, jog with, by myself. So super exciting. Still having pain, but at least, having some progress. And I went on a backpacking camping trip with a friend of mine. We knew the trail was going to be roughly 5.5 miles first day, and that was due to light. And then, sitting at 15 miles the next day. Really, it was supposed to be 14. And the trail was incorrect on mileage. And so, ended up doing 20 miles in one day after doing 5 miles the day before. It was really technical, a lot of downhill that day, which was not great for my knee, and came home. The next day it swelled pretty bad to the point where didn't have full range of motion. I was pretty convinced something was wrong with it, you know, but again, I had done a pretty big task, and so waited 2 weeks. He didn't want to drain it. He didn't want to see me. He was my ortho was a little mad at me, and went to my primary care, who gave me a steroid pack, got the swelling down, which was amazing. And the only problem was the pain really set in when I could actually fully move my leg and my knee and all that great stuff. And so that was, you know, 9 months, 8 months past surgery. Again, I'm almost to that point where I'm ready to start jogging, super excited. My arm had been bothering me, so I kind of backed off on the swimming and was really focusing on getting my cycling, hopefully jogging back, and then the hike. So what transpired after the hike was 6 weeks after the hike, I'm still having a ton of pain walking, and went to get a second opinion because, again, my ortho was a little perturbed with me. Even though it wasn't really my fault, I didn't know the miles were going to be that far off. And got a second opinion. He wanted to get an MRI. He really thought it was just the arthritis pain. But I felt like it was different. I was really sure in my mind it was a medial meniscus tear. It was just, you know, a little different. Got the MRI. MRI results showed that my arthritis is back, and it's the same, if not worse, than what it was as of now, 11 months ago when I had the surgery. So I was shocked, needless to say, that my arthritis has come back and come back that quickly. You know, the doctors have said that the fall on the patellas both times, on both knees, definitely sped that process up of the arthritis coming back. But yeah, so where do I sit today? He went ahead and did a steroid shot, and it's been 2 weeks now, and it is not better. I have pain to the point where just trying to go for a half-mile walk is not fun. And, you know, it's not fun to walk anyway, to be honest. But it's not, you know, joyful when you hurt that bad. So, partial knee replacement for the patella is my next step. And I hope that my road after this next surgery is better. I will be getting a third opinion. I've gotten a second opinion just to make sure. And surgery is scheduled. But I will get one more opinion. Last thing you want to do is have another surgery. I am 42, so I'm not quite at the age where they would want to do a full knee replacement, but the MRI also showed some issues with my lateral compartment on that knee as well. So, yeah, that's the update. I hope that there are other athletes out there who have had this surgery who are doing amazing. If you are, please share, because there are so many people who have had this surgery and have nowhere to turn. It's the only reason I've documented my journey. I don't like putting this out there. It's not something I'm comfortable with, especially when it comes to medical stuff, but it's important to me to be able to share with you guys kind of my journey and have a resource to bounce stuff off of. So where I go from here is I keep trying to build those muscles up as much as I can around the quad and the knee. Do as much prehab, push through that pain, get this partial knee replacement done, and get my rear back out on the road and the trails and get back to running. And until then, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, I do this as a resource. That's the only reason. And I hope everyone else who's dealing with these problems is trying to do it with a smile on their face and look at the bright side of how much worse it could be and the fact that there are still options out there. And just look at the light speed lift. I mean, I can actually go run right now if I really want to. I just got to take 55 pounds off me. So anyway, that is the update. We are officially updated from week 14 to month 11, almost 12. I hate to say that. So yes, have a great night.